This is IMPALA sanctuary. Now what do we have within the facility? Number one, we have what we call the bird watching, wing of the wild animals. There's also boat riding activities. As you can see, then as here there is a lake. This is Lake Victoria. Initially, when it was not by the name before, it was known as Namloli. Now it was later changed to Lake Victoria. Now remember, this lake, it borders 3 countries, namely that is Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. Something also again with the Lake Victoria, the countries that cover a big part of the lake, it is Tanzania. Remember, if you can see Lake Tanganyika, very big, followed by Uganda. Then lastly, Kenya, let's say about 6% covered by the lake. As you can see, the dried trees there, this was because of the rise of the water level during rain season. That's why the telling normally have. So the waters keep on rising. Because you can see the water level is just away, 100 meters far away from here. Yes. So here you can see starting going to see with the animals. We are going to the first enclosure whereby we have different species of the animals whereby within the facility that is IMPALA sanctuary, we have different types of wild animals. Namely, we have the leopards, ostriches, we have these other species of the antelope family, we have the zebras, we have the impalas, we have the jackals, cheetahs, hyenas, lions, lionesses, and the buffalo. Now initially the place where we have the impala, this place was gazetted in 1992, whereby this field was just known for impalas. These impalas, these are the same species of other species of antelope family. That's why the place is known as IMPALA sanctuary. So this was the natural habitat for impalas, whereby the branding of the IMPALA sanctuary was done in 2010, whereby we now deal with this place with all the abandoned animals where they brought them outside. The moment they are brought within the facility, there's nothing there, they go back to the wild. They have to stay here until their lifespan. So you can start with the first enclosure. This leopard, the first enclosure. So this is our first enclosure. As you can see, there's a leopard. She's a female one. She's known as Evelyn. Now there's a big cat. And as you can see, the enclosure here is much raised with some energy there. Why? Because with the leopard, they are very good climbers. As you can see in the documentaries, the Nagio, these are wild animals that can even hunt a prey more than his or her weight, and it carried up the tree. So they are very strong animals. Now something about the leopard. This is a carnivore. That's the animal that feed on flesh. They just feed on flesh. With the leopard, they can live up to about 12 years. That is in the wild. Then in the captivity, the leopard can live up to about 20 years. Why there's a preparation between the lifespan in captivity and the wild. Now in the wild, they have to look for their own food. There's no treatment. Suppose the animal is unwell, the feeding they have to do for them. In terms of treatment, there's no any cure there. Like now with the captivity, that's why they go that long in captivity, because number one, they are being fed. We have the vets. Suppose they are unwell, they can be treated. Then in terms of food, they are being fed. So this is a leopard, they are being fed once a day, but on a daily basis. The weight of the meat, that's a meat on bone. Say they are the carnivores. You just feed them on about 3 to 4 kgs of meat once a day, but on a daily basis. Remember, they also have some special diet. We also normally feed them on the rabbit and liver. So on Wednesday, they don't feed on meat. You just feed them on rabbit. Then on Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, we have a diet also of the liver plus the meat. So how they being fed? You have the service cage, because remember these animals within the facility, they are not trained. You have the service cage, you have hands. So after you getting into the service cage, just have to spot where the animal lays, whereby you can use the behind door. After getting there, you have to open and lock the door behind there. You get inside the service cage, you put that meat. Then now you close the door. Then how will the leopard access inside the service cage? Those dogs just separate like they are pulleys. They're just like pulleys, whereby you just open for the leopard when you're outside. Again, also we are going to see also another type of the wild animal, the cheetah. So how can you differentiate between the cheetah and the leopard? Maybe number one, we can talk the body size, the spots, and the face.
And the teeth.
Yeah. So number one, if you talk about the face, cheetah has what we call the tear marks. The leopard doesn't have what we call the tear marks. Number two, the spots. The leopard spot, you can see they just look like flower-like, or they just look like footprints of a cat. Number three, another difference, we talked about the body size. Cheetahs are very slender and long in size, whereby that slenderness helps them for flexibility to run fast, because they are known as the fastest land animal. You have a speed of 80 to 90 kilometers per hour. But for the leopard, you can see it's very short. So whereby the function of the tear marks to the cheetahs, remember cheetahs hunt during the day, whereby the tear marks, this help them to absorb sun rays, whereby making them easier to see the prey. But for the leopard, they hunt at night.
And do they have night vision? What helps them? What helps them to hunt at the night?
Like now with the cats, these cats, they have good vision at night, even the cats back at night.
Yeah.
Then also with the spots, what help them to camouflage, whereby the predator, the prey, will not be able to see them clearly. That's why they have those spots. Then there's talk adaptation of hunting. That's the spots. They have the claws, whereby the claws for the leopard, they normally remove them when they are hunting or chasing a prey. But for the cheetah, their claws are always open.
Okay. I didn't know that one. And there's a myth also, I don't know if it's a myth. I heard that leopards are so delicate. A single scratch can kill them.
Yeah, because with their bones, the joints are always very flexible because they normally run them. Also with the leopards, they're always shy of humans. Yeah? Even to attack you, it's not very easy. They're shy. And also maybe something about with the social life for these cats, such as the leopard, they are also known as solitary animals. Why solitary? Because even in the wild, these are animals that normally meet during mating season. That is when now they come together. That's why maybe someone might think, why are they not in pairs? But that's because the facility does this deal with the rescue of the abandoned animals. Even if whereby, if you bring maybe there's a female, and if you bring a male, they can't stay together in the same enclosure. Because now where you talk about family, they belong to different families. And these wild animals are very territorial. In the wild, they just meet during mating season. That's when they come together. After that, everybody goes his or her way.
What about the children? At what age do they, the parents?
Because now with these cats, the maturity after 3 years, that is when the calves get mature. That's now you can go on your own. Yeah.
Okay.
But when they're still young, they just take care of the young ones.
So what's her name?
She's known as Evelyn.
Evelyn. Oh, I heard of that. Okay.
Now with the monkeys here, they're known as vervet monkeys.
The most common
The
monkey.
more common monkeys. But we also have these different species. So mainly we have the paters, cyke, columbus, blue monkeys. So we have different species of monkeys. So with them, they also don't feel within the facility. They are not clean.
What's one thing interesting about monkeys, vervet monkeys?
Vervet monkeys. So with the gender, how you can tell maybe after just looking at the organs. If you see just a male vervet monkey, just they have what we call the blue balls. Yeah, the blue balls. Something also with them, they are also omnivores.
Yeah.
They can also feed on flesh. Whereby even in the wild, they normally look for the young ones of the antelope, the small antelopes. They hunt or they chase. After killing them, they eat them. Also with the rodents, such as rats. So here we have, these are Somali. These are male Somali ostrich. Now from that one we have origin, the gender. Why do you say these are male ostrich? Now with the male ostrich, they have black and white feathers. And for the female, their feathers are grayish in color. That is how you can tell the difference between a male and a female ostrich. Because they normally look alike. Yeah. So you can just check them by use of looking at their feathers. Male, black, white. Female, grayish in color. But when they are always young, the entire color of the feathers are always brown. So as when they grow up, they keep on changing. And also with the ostriches, the height can weigh about 6 to 9 feet. That's the height. Yeah. So in Swahili, we call them buni. Buni, yeah. So for males to mature, it normally can take about 4 years for a male ostrich to mature.
Okay, that's long.
Yeah. Then for the females, 2 years. You can just use to apply to that human because you depend on the gender. They always grow very fast.
Yeah.
So the diet, this one just feed them on grains and also the greens. So the grains just include the maize, these are the cereals, and so the veggies just include the kales, cabbages, the carrots. And also the supplements, we also feed them on, the supplements just include those the calcium, for them you have the good health and the strong bones, just include those ones, the layers mash, the chicken mash. And they're also known as, this is a bird, they're known as the fastest and the largest bird. It's a bird. Yeah. But why they don't fly? Because of their weight, the bone marrow. They are too heavy that they cannot fly. And then also we have mentioned about the speed of the fastest. We talk of the speed of the ostrich, they can run up to about 70 kilometers per hour. Yes. Yeah. And also with the females, they can normally hatch, the female they can lay egg a clutch of 8 to 12. Yes. Whereby you normally get the males, they normally that's the time during the day they protect the females there, whereby at night again now the females just lie on the egg. So the lifespan they can live up to about 40, 45 years.
Wangale Martin Monde.